Well, there it is. Hello and welcome to the Hunter starting experience for World of Warcraft Legion. We're going to be playing as Anklebiter, a level 100 hunter who starts in Dalaran, and his quest to explore those artifact weapons. And I have yet to play this. What I've done is I've changed things up a bit. Instead of logging into the character and then picking all the abilities and the talents, I've already done that part, and now I'm just going to record myself essentially playing the game. I will give you a quick little glance through the abilities and such as I go, but generally speaking, everything is set up. So let's speak to our quest giver, Snowfeather. Needs of the hunters. The eagle appears to have a message for you. To Anklebiter, the time has come to strike back at the Legion. Meet me at Hunter's Reach in Dalaran as soon as you can. Well, there you go. Here we are in Dalaran. Speak with Emerald Shadow Warden, or Shade Warden. Same thing, really. So, yeah, let's go find them. Looks like they're around here. So, I'm going to be playing as the melee hunter. I think it's called, if I can find all my abilities, Survival. So they changed it to Survival, but basically it's kind of melee hunter. You do have some ranged abilities, but you're going to be focusing on melee attacks for the most part. Ah, okay, so this is interesting. Where are you? Are you underneath the ground, or are you outside? Let's first check outside, because most of the quest givers are outside. I just see the minimap is bugging up. No, they must be down below, which is unusual. Why would the hunters be underneath the ground? Well, let's have a look. Otherwise I've got this horribly wrong. I'm going to spend the first part of this just trying to find the quest giver, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest with you. I was not expecting this, so let's put on aspect of the cheater and get some speed going. As you can see, I've already got some abilities. They must be in this room. What? The Hunter's Reach. Well, that makes sense. Okay, surely I can't go wrong. There we go. She's popped into vision. That's what does it. Okay, so... Oh, wow. I realise I can't probably be bothered to read out all of these quests for you, to be honest, but I'll read out the quest objectives at least. Investigate leads on free artifact weapons. Alrighty. So we got 3 people to speak to, I reckon, to find out about these artifact weapons. Let's start off with number 1, who's going to be inside of this one. So, the hunters, you have to go inside buildings. I've never had to do that with the other ones. That's what threw me off. Okay, she said you know something about an ancient weapon. What do you know? Do a Batman. What do you know? Tell me. That wasn't really a very good Batman. I need really one of his quotes. I can do the Banes, though. Take back your city, Gotham. Could never really do the Batman voice, though, very well. Oh, look at this one. You look very shiny and silver on the outline. Oh, okay. So, one more person to chat to. And they are going to be inside of another building. No, they're not. The what? Wow. You're not inside of a building. Okay. We're coming back round. So with Melee Hunter, I'm going to need my pet. So you still use a pet, as you can see. Anklebiter's pet. I haven't given him a name, actually. Should I call him something? Rename. There's no way. Well, actually, I used to be able to get away with that. Okay. Sorry, excuse my immaturity. It's probably better if I just do it in caps as well. There we go. Fucker. Anklebiter's pet. Oh, that's the little things in life, isn't it, really? Okay, so we've got to go back. Oh, what? Sewer guard fades. What was going on there? Okay, let's speak to you again. Select your first artifact weapon to purchase. Beast Mastery Survival Marksmanship. So let's have a look at these bad boys. Titan Strike, that's your Beast Master. That looks quite funky. But let's review. Talon Claw. Ooh, yeah. That's the one we're going to be working towards. A spear. And a bow as the last one for marksmanship. Looks quite shiny. But somewhat basic. But I suppose you can always pimp out these legendary weapons anyway, so no need to get too worried about that. Talon Claw. Select. When it comes to doing your artifact weapons, I don't know if you have to do it 3 times. Like, I think you might have to. I can't remember what Blizzard said about that, so I can't really give you a straight up answer if you're curious about that. Just know what spec you want to start with, at least, I would suggest, and go from there. Because I imagine they would try to make it fairly easy for you to sort of get all the weapons. Otherwise, you're going to be screwed. If you like start off as a melee hunter and one level into it, you go, oh, this ain't very good. I wanted to be marksmanship, and then you've got to go all the way back and do marksmanship. I don't think they'd make it too difficult for you to do that. So speak to Apata, High Mountain. What? Okay. At Crassus Landing in Dalaran. Hey, Dalaran. Let's go on a new adventure with fucker. Take my fucker with me. The albino Drake is the key to World of Warcraft victory. Ah, there you are. Let's go, shall we? Deal with the High Mountain's bane. So take the High Mountain Hippogriff. Aha. To the harbour. So whilst we're flying around here, they might give us something to chat about, but meanwhile I'm going to talk to you about the abilities that I've... Oh, never mind. I might be getting there much quicker than I expected. I wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up, but I'll probably be able to do that anyway before we get started. That way you'll have more of an inclination as to why I'm pressing what buttons I'm pressing. So we are travelling to... I can't remember what this zone is called. They probably said it in one of the quest texts. Hellmouth Shallows. I hope you didn't go up after the beast himself, so we're going to be chasing the beast. Stormheim! Oh yeah, this is the one. Oh man, I'm really excited about this zone, Stormheim. So excited about it. But yeah, Murder Crows, that's a talent. That's something you put on the enemy target, providing you're able to kill them within 15 seconds. Does good damage, so you want to focus on putting that on first, and then you're going to go and build up your focus, which is kind of like your energy, again with Raptor Strike. You're going to spend those points with Mongoose Bite, which is sort of like a hard damaging ability, and this can stack up to 6 times, increasing the amount of damage that you do. So you want to keep sort of applying that, and every now and then use Flanking Strike because your pet and yourself are going to attack, and it has different bonuses. So if the target's attacking you, your pet's attack will deal 50% increased damage and 400% increased threat. So it's a good way to have basically the pet eventually end up tanking that target that you're attacking, so you can still utilize your pet basically. So you want to be using that on cooldown and probably maneuvering it around different targets so your pet ends up tanking all of them, hopefully. So Lacerate's basically like a bleed, so you want to apply that when you can, and Carve is like your AoE attack, sort of like it hits everything around you. I've got throwing axes here. No, I don't actually. That's a talent. I got rid of that one. You've got your traps, so that's explosive trap, freezing trap, and one called tar trap, which is basically just something that slows them down more than anything else. So I'll probably be focusing on explosive trap or freezing trap, really. Camouflage is a talent, so I might get into that. The ones that aren't talents, so you got your typical abilities like flare to sort of reveal invisible units. You got wing clip, which slows down units, which is really good if they're getting too close. It gives you a bit of chance to get away. Speaking of getting away, you got muzzle, that can spell cast sort of like, that's an interrupt basically, so that gets people off your back. I don't think I have disengage. I'm surprised if I don't. Maybe that's something that you get with the other specs, because I really enjoyed disengage and I don't see it. That used to be on my queue. Harpoon is something you can use to basically, it's like death grip, but you actually pull yourself towards them, or it's like the panda's charge. Hatchet toss is basically your ranged ability, because almost all of your abilities are melee, unless you get some more talents that go into that. So you want to be spamming hatchet toss if your opponent gets too far away from you, otherwise focus on melee. Hopefully this is okay. I know I'm not doing much at the moment, but it's hard to kind of like go through the quest because I haven't done any of this before and tell you what I'm doing. But I'm just giving you a heads up on all the abilities that I've picked so far. Aspect of the Eagle, so that's just increased critical strike. That's sort of like a damage cooldown. Use that when you're sort of like taking on a boss or something. Aspect to the Cheetah increases your speed, long cooldown. Acceleration, so that heals you and your pet for a huge amount, so you definitely want to be using that when your pet's almost about to die, or yourself. Aspect of the Turtle, just sort of like mitigates a bit of damage, reduces damage taken. Pet utility, so you can feed your pet, mend your pet, tame a beast. So if I wanted to get this beast, I might be able to go over there, tame it, but you must dismiss your current one. So we're going to stick with Fucker for now, because he's my boy, and you can look at the beast lore, but I don't think I'm too worried about the beast lore. Then you call your pet, which is of course Fucker, And Eagle Eye is the ability to sort of like look off into the distance pretty much anywhere. So I could look all the way over here if I really wanted to. And it's so far away it's going to have to load up another screen, which is interesting because that's actually put me into scenario mode. I've started a scenario, stage 1 of 13, just because I've put Eagle Eye over here. That's fascinating, that is. So you could actually probably bug things out a little bit by looking further than you should do. So if you want to see anything on the beta that you probably shouldn't be looking at, Eagle Eye, going Hunter and getting Eagle Eye might be a good way to go about it by the looks of it. And of course, good old Feign Death, which I have on Shift V, I think. No, Shift... What the hell is that one? Shift... No, I know what that one is. That's Shift mouse button. Middle mouse button. Not middle mouse button. Mouse button 5 or 4. Don't even know if I really need it on that. I'll just put it on this. Feign Death. Fantastic way to get people off your back. Hello there, Ina. Yes, there are quite a few. There's only a few abilities now, Nephalithic. Definitely noticeable for a lot of the characters because I've gone through all the characters. I've given them abilities and all that, so I can basically get into this and start playing. Although ironically, I'm still taking a while to get into it. But I suppose part of this video provides the purpose of showing you, a new player, if you've never played this game before, or haven't got access to the Legion game itself, the alpha, then I'm giving you an inclination as to what the hunter does before I then go into the starting experience. So rather than just going into it and not explaining anything I'm doing, that doesn't really give you much information in case you're curious about playing hunter, which if you're watching this video then you probably are curious about playing it, so you want to know what I'm picking and why. Animal instincts just sort of like boost your pet in some sort of way. Increases movement speed is pretty good. Instincts of the cheetah, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Throwing axes, that's another ranged ability on a cooldown. I've gone for this, Way of the Mock the Fowl. I've not played the melee hunter though, so I might end up changing these talents, and you can do that easily. But attacking with Raptor Strikes grants you a stack of Mock the Fowl tactics, increasing your attack power by 5% for 8 second stacks 5 times. So essentially, as long as you keep that up, then using Raptor Strikes, which is your ability anyway to build up your focus. Well, actually, it spends your focus, to be fair, but you know, you're going to be able to cast it quite often. It's only 25 focus, and you should be able to keep that up and have 25% extra attack power is pretty huge. So I figured as long as I can maintain that, that's a really good buff. But otherwise I might try out stuff. Post haste is sort of a way to remove movement impairing effects on you and give yourself movement speed after you've used Harpoon. So that's just cool. Use Harpoon and then get some distance if you want to, or just stay on their case. Fast Strider, I'm going to gloss over the ones that I've skipped a little bit. That's just reduced cooldown of disengage, and that's just extra length on Cheetah. Caltrops just changes tar traps to do some physical damage. Not too worried. Steel Trap replaces Freezing Trap and does more damage, I believe. I've gone for improved traps, so it means I can use my traps more often, which is what I probably prefer. Sticky Bomb is like something that stuns nearby enemies on the target to that target that you've applied it to after 3 seconds. Ranger's Net is like versus the target that you are. You just sort of like keep them ensnared. And Camouflage is definitely what I went for because that seemed like the better one. 2-minute cooldown. I don't know if you can do it in cooldown or not, but you basically go into stealth and you heal. So that seems like a really good way to get around on the map and basically be a rogue. So that seems like a really cool one to go for. A Murder of Crows, it's like a DPS cooldown when you're creeping and grinding stuff. That's going to die quite quickly within 15 seconds. You can keep this up on your targets. Dragon's Fire Grenade just does damage as far as I can tell and blows shit up. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's a... Trap will exist. I think it might be another trap actually. I'll just have a look. Yeah, hurl a grenade to the target location, explodes, inflicting damage and slowing them. So it's like a slow and an AoE effect, and it looks like an extra trap. But if you use it, it does use your other traps as well. So probably not going to worry about that one. I'll just focus on explosive trap instead. But that's cool. Like, if I've got that going, how long does it last for? Over 8 seconds. I think it's bugged because it just seems to keep going. And this one does the same animation, which is kind of confusing. And that's on a much longer cooldown. I guess traps all share the same cooldown. So if you didn't have improved traps, it's going to be a minute in between any trap that you choose. So you have to choose even more wisely. It's a bit of a shame because I believe that traps used to have separate cooldowns. At least a couple, like explosive and freezing trap, so that's kind of shitty. Like if you use explosive trap, good luck using any other trap for 45 seconds, so I don't like that. So we're going back to Murder Crows. Snake Hunter just instantly grants you 3 charges of Mongoose Bite, which I stated earlier, grants Mongoose Fury, which increases the damage of further Mongoose Bites by 50%. So you're basically stacking up the amount of damage that you can do. And again, this is why I went from Way of Muck Nafal, is to increase my damage, my attack power, which would in turn increase those. But yeah, it's a difficult choice between a Murder of Crows and Snake Hunter. But that's only 1.5 minute cooldown, so I don't think that's really worth it. I'm not going to remember to do that every time. A Butchery is like replacing your carve, so you've got like a longer cooldown but a stronger AoE attack. Mortal Wounds, that's when your laceration periodic damage deals damage. There's a chance you will gain a charge of Mongoose Bite. So putting Lacerate on all your targets is going to be the best way to get more damage or more charges out of Mongoose Bite, so that's what I went for. Serpent Sting, that's a classic. We all love that one, but I don't think it works exactly the way it used to, or at least it's a bit more tricky now. Targets hit by your Raptor Strike and Carve are also afflicted by Serpent Sting, so dealing 17,000 damage over time. Pretty awesome ability actually, but I'm still going to go with this one just for more solid single target damage, I'd say. Spitting Cobra summons a Spitting Cobra that attacks your target for 172 damage. While the Cobra is active, you gain an extra free focus, so it's basically like a little ward that you put down that does damage to opponents and gives you focus over time. Expert Trapper, so all of your traps are improved. So it improves their abilities in some sort of way, but it doesn't reduce the cooldown, which is... I'd rather have the cooldown reduced even more. Aspect of the Beast is what I went for, because it just gives me more bleeds. So my Ferocity pet, which is Fucker, he is going to cast and put a bleed on whatever target he's after. So that's what I went for. And there you go. There's your Ferocity, Tenacity, and Cunning. Those are for your pets. Ferocity and Cunning are both damage, Tenacity being tank. So there we have it. Those are your abilities. That's pretty much everything. You've got some passives here. After killing a target, you and your pet gain 15% health over 10 seconds. So again, killing targets is going to be pretty important on a quick cooldown, using Murder of Crows, that kind of thing. Alrighty, so let's get going, shall we? Ooh, you found the monster. Looks very grim in this area, Stormheim. The pictures I've seen of Stormheim look really, really pretty. So we've got to speak with Apatar, which is what we're doing. We're going to start this quest off. I don't think you get any music, by the way, in the game currently. You get sound, but you don't get music. Not yet. Cavadar wards bar the way further into the something. Slay the High Mountain Banes and reclaim Talonclaw. So let's follow this one. Seems like a good idea. We could actually use camouflage, but for now we're just going to attack this guy because he's on my case. So that's going to be our Mongoose Bite proccing by the looks of it. Don't think this guy's going to last very long. I haven't even put Murder of Crows on actually, so let's do that now. And then Murder of Crows should be respawn? Summons a flock of crows to attack. If the target dies over the next 15 seconds, the target dies while under effect. A Murder of Crows cooldown is reset. Well, it doesn't look like it was reset, so I'm a bit worried about that. Let's try this again. Harpoon. So that's what a harpoon looks like. Getting close to the target. You can see my focus is going up pretty quickly actually, so you've got to make sure to use your Raptor Strike on cooldown, which is my number 2. Jesus, I am actually killing this stuff pretty quickly. Okay, now let's use Murder of Crows. I still can't use Murder of Crows because it's on cooldown. Yeah, I think it's that Mongoose. Building up that Mongoose Bite is really important. Mock Nafal. So I have to keep an eye on that, see if I can actually get any good stacks out of that. Otherwise it's not really worth probably going for that talent. Okay, now we have Murder of Crows. So we're going to use Murder of Crows now, because it's definitely going to die within 15 seconds. So there's Murder of Crows. It's being used. He's currently got it on him. We've killed this target now. But Murder of Crows does not seem to be That's the whole point of going Murder of Crows, really. Summons a flock of crows to attack your target over the next 15 seconds. If the target dies while under attack, a Murder of Crows cooldown is reset. If I'm pressing Y right now, I cannot cast it. So Murder of Crows currently looks like it's no good if you're going to try to go for that talent in the beta, so I'd probably suggest that you don't. So we'll change that in a moment, but we can't do it yet until the cooldown is over. And that big arrow pointing down might be a clue as to where I'm supposed to go. Alright, something is stirring in the shallows. Activate the ward stones. We'll do in a second. So what are we going to change Murder of the Crows with? Snake Hunter. Yeah, I don't like any of these ones. Damn. I like Murder of Crows, but I don't like it if it doesn't work. Alright, we'll change to Snake Hunter, I guess. My damage. Temporary damage ability. But I'm never going to remember to use that stuff. Or at least on the stuff that I do use it on, it's not going to last very long. Okay, I just got rid of one of my abilities, and I didn't mean to do that, and I can't remember which one it was I just got rid of. It's a 2-minute cooldown now. It's pretty awesome. 2-minute cooldown, 2-minute cooldown. This is the one, Aspect of the Eagle. So just damage, basically, in high crit. And gain charges of Mongoose Bite. Oh wow, 100% chance on Mongoose Bite. Yeah, that's pretty badass. Mocknafel. Okay. Let's come around here. Oh. So I guess we want to kill this guy then. Let's use... Oh, he's got a stun on me, has he? Let's put some deflect damage on. And then probably interrupt that. I can't actually deflect. Oh, that's because I'm currently deflecting, so I guess you can't use abilities whilst you're doing that. It looks like it. I'll have to look into that. But you cannot attack. Ah, you can't attack. Interesting. Wow. I'm going to say that at the moment Melee Hunter seems to be doing a lot of damage, or these creeps do not have much health. Because I've played other classes, the Paladins seem to barely do any damage, whereas at the moment I'm killing stuff too quickly to even really use my abilities. So obtain this stone. Okay, we can do that. Boom. So more ward stones will be needed to breach the wall. Collect more ward stones. Alrighty, so kill more shit is what you're basically saying to me. Let's see if we can do that. Do we need to go up here to get to that said shit? I think we might do. So we no longer have crows. I'm not even worried about him casting that. So I'm trying to keep my focus underneath 100 to be efficient, but at the same time trying to get my cooldowns going. Number one, using that on cooldown is a good way to do it, because that uses up a huge chunk of your focus. But so far this is like a rogue on crack, really, for the energy. Alright, I'm not even using my bleed. There's a go. Oh, I like that. And this is the Blizzard UI as well. Although you can't spam Lacerate. You can only have it one target by the looks like it. So now my pet's attacking him. And that's it. Pet's got aggro because of Flanking Strike, which is what we want. Although I can get aggro off him pretty quickly by the looks of it because of the sheer amount of damage I'm doing. So you're going to share the damage by the looks of it a lot of the time with your pet. So we're getting hunted companion. You can see I've got a decent stack of Mocknafel now. And that's basically thanks to being in a battle versus 2 mobs. So as long as you've got like 2 people to fight. Although I've just gone and lost it now, so I've got to be careful with that. Need to keep an ag. Let's see if I can do this then. So we're going to use our abilities, as we should do. Trying to get the Lacerate, get the so get that on cooldown. Keep the Mocknafel tactics going. Use the Flanking Strike on cooldown. But you've got to find someone within 2 seconds. You almost need to be moving consistently to your next target. Okay, Flanking Strike, Mongoose Bite, whilst it's on a charge. Okay, what's this then? What's this? I thought that was Mongoose Bite, but that might not be. I don't know what this red thing symbolises actually, unless it's not coming off cooldown as it should be. I figured that would be Mongoose Bite, but it can't be because it's currently on cooldown. Maybe it does mean... Oh, it is still Mongoose Bite. It's just applying... It means regards to the crit, I suppose, that you're going to get a huge crit or something, but I can't even cast it, so it's kind of useless in that sense. You can't use your harpoon in melee range, but within 5 yards you can use it. We still got the Mocknafel tactics, so bear that in mind. but I'm going off in a second, so let's get into a fight with another person. Quick! It's making me too paranoid. I'm going to lose it! No, I managed to keep it. So apply our lacerate, use our flanking strike, just to waste a lot of my focus. Raptor strike, raptor strike. I'm not even using the traps at the moment. These targets are down. Quick, mock the foul. I don't even have time to loot. Got to move straight onto the next one. Get that raptor strike going. Oh, fucker's dead. I lost my pet. I guess I got a bit too crazy. I wasn't keeping an eye on his health. That mock the foul is causing me trouble. I think that's a sort of lightning stone or something that's doing damage to me. So that heals me, but it won't resurrect my pet. So we're going to have to stop for a second and resurrect fucker. Oh wow. It takes like not even that, it takes like a second and a half to resurrect your pet and then they're back to full health. So there's very, very little punishment for losing your pet really. Except for obviously needing him for battles. So let's take off Mock the Foul because I feel like that's actually causing me to play badly in order to keep it going. It might go for the other passive. When you attack with Flanking Strike, you gain the instincts of your pet for 7 seconds, providing you with one of the following enhancements. So it's going to be Instincts of the Raptor for this one, increasing haste, which is probably a good thing actually, because that means... Well, Instincts of the Raptor, does that... No, does that mean I'll get Cheetah? Because he's like a wolf type. He's a cat pet. So I get extra movement speed. I always love movement speed anyway. Don't particularly need it whilst I'm fighting, but I rarely say no to movement speed, and also that's a fair bit of gold for just one mob. 1 gold, 14 silver, so interesting regarding that. Interested in combat for some reason. Just going to stun my pet, because it can. Let's use camouflage. So we're camouflage right now, so it's essentially stealth. I don't know if you can still aggro people. There you go, you can, but you have to basically be standing right inside of them. Now I'm going to use my Carve, my AoE ability, but it seems probably pointless to use something like Carve unless you've probably got like 3 or more opponents in front of you, I would suggest. Have I got my movement speed? Yes, I have. Oh, that's quite cool. So what I like about this is we'll use our abilities, build up our focus, put a bleed on him, and then probably move to the next target. Keeping an eye on fucker's pet health a bit more. He's at 162. This is nice. Now we've got some aggro. I'm going to start really going through these cooldowns that I've got to increase my damage. So bleed on you. We need to really get up in this guy's face to interrupt him. Can't be having that. Fuckers look like he's in trouble, so let's heal him up and myself. Huge heal for both of us. This means it's going to be very manageable. I'm going to start using Carve now, which is my AoE ability, focus, and use Mongoose Bites in between because that builds up my focus again, I believe. It looks like it does. As you can see, Carve really doesn't do all that much, so I probably wouldn't use it. You probably need even more than 3 opponents to actually warrant it. Now, these are helpful indicators, which we've had in previous World of Warcraft expansions, but I don't like them coming up and saying they're good to go when Mongoose Bite is on cooldown. I think those should appear and disappear when it's on cooldown. So you might actually get an extra charge of it through a talent or ability, and as soon as that happens, boom, it pops up. But if you haven't got access to Mongoose Bite because it's on a recharge, you shouldn't show. That's just a personal preference. I don't like stuff like that showing it because it makes me think I can press it when I can't, and that's no good. We're in combat, so we're going to use our little speed boost here just to move a little bit quicker. One more of activated ward stone, so you're my target. Let's go. Interrupt, lacerate, and then basically Mongoose Bite, and between using Flanking Strike on cooldown, Mongoose Bite, that's now on cooldown, and he goes down real quick if you do it right. So by the looks of it, the way I've spec things, I'm not even using my traps, so I suppose it's not really that big an issue. They're on a long cooldown, but generally speaking, that's going to be your rotation for the most part. Moving in between mobs is you're going to harpoon, get in their face, then you're going to use Flanking Strike straight away, get that going, get your buff going, get your speed or whatever it is that you're going to have. Your pet's going to obviously get a bit of threat and hopefully start tanking, which takes some damage off of you. And then you're going to use your lacerate to sort of like apply the debuff, well, the bleed. And then Mongoose, when you can, and Raptor Strike otherwise if your focus is about to approach 100, and then Flanking Strike again, that kind of thing. So speak with Apatar. So again with the Apatar. Where the hell is Apatar though? Oh no, I'm screwed. World of Warcraft's not holding my hand. Because it's not showing me where she is on the map. So I'm going to end up walking the wrong way or something here. Stormheim, let's go into more detail. Oh look, Nifog. Disrupt the ink biters. So that's one of those zone quests. Alright lads, let's do this. Flanking strike, lacerate, move on to the next target. Actually probably no need to move on to the next target, can stay on that one until I can use flanking strike on the next target and then get the pet to start attacking him, which he will attack the pet in a second. He should do, unless I did too much damage. No, there we go. Pet's managed to get fret. Mongoose bite. The damage is pretty significant. And I suppose in between this, throw in an explosive trap or something like that for damage when you can. But I don't think that's going to be that large of an indicator for your DPS really. When did I get the Alpha Ravager? Actually got it, I think like a month or so ago. I've just been slow to get round to playing it because of other things. That's really, really loud. Thank you, Hit the Source, for subscribing for 2 months in a row. Appreciate it, fella. Thank you very much. That's a good thing, maintaining the subs, at least. That's the least I can do. I'll try my best. Thank you. Okay, so the big glowing thing in the distance is the quest NPC I was supposed to look for. It's very dank, this area. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, I was about to say the Frozen Throne, but I mean in World of Warcraft terms, the Wrath of the Lich King. It's very moody. I think that's what they're going for a lot of the time with these zones though. Use the harpoon. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's like, something going to happen? Slay the High Mountain Bane and reclaim Talon Claw. That's the main quest here. But for the moment, I've just got to follow Apatar. So let's go. I don't know why you guys are just standing there. You may as well sit on a mount. You can move faster. Let's go. Uh-oh, we're going to get ganked. Oh, it's trying to tell me something underneath here, but I couldn't quite capture it. The text is slightly wrong, or it's slightly too far down. Dakar is sending illusionary stalkers at you. Defend yourself, so we're going to basically kill these little fellas. Let's put an explosive trap down here and then go into this target, and they're going to come towards me. Again, apply 1 debuff at least. Use up some charges of Mongoose so we can at least get that going on cooldown. And then we can go to maybe some AoE, but I'm not sure. Yeah, not too worried about the AoE again unless I've got massive targets, although they're going to last long enough. Generally speaking, you're going to be able to use your main abilities such as your Lacerate, your Flanking Strike, and your Raptor Strike, and your Mongoose Bite quick enough on cooldown, I would say. So you get 3 charges of Mongoose Bite, so basically what you're looking at doing is keeping that, like your focus, keep your Raptor Strike, your Mongoose Bites underneath 3 charges whilst in combat. That way you're trying to be as efficient as possible. You don't need to sort of like get them down to 0 straight away if it means that your other cooldowns aren't being utilised. These guys keep going in and out of stealth, which is kind of annoying for targeting. It's messing up my abilities, man. I can't disengage though, which is interesting. One of my talents is actually focused on disengaging, but one of the things I noticed they did for Legion is, generally speaking, your talents are going to much more be closely related to the spec that you've chosen. So if I choose a different spec like marksmanship, some of these talents will probably change. And that goes for all the classes, I noticed. So they're not just like, these are all your talents that you will have for marksmanship, beast mastery, or survival. They'll change. But one of these does mention reducing the cooldown on disengage, and as far as I recall, disengage is an awesome ability that you used to have, and it doesn't come up in my talents or my abilities. I do not see disengage, and it's all in alphabetical order, so it should be in between eagle eye and carve, and it's not there. So that's a shame, because I really enjoyed using disengage. Okay, place a trap in the mist to catch the car. Oh, I thought you would have to put down a frozen trap or something like that. That'd be cool. But instead you just got to go over and right click on it, so that's a shame. It makes much more sense that you actually actively use one of your traps. You know, your abilities. Oh, there he is. There's a big fella. Oh, just ganked me. Keep an eye on the health, that kind of thing. I'm sure he's going to keep popping in and doing some damage. Anyone got a flare? Yeah, it's giving me a clue here to use a flare. That's not really helping though. He's still not targetable. Fuckers down to half health. There he is. Okay, let's go. Let's apply our debuffs on you. Be nice if the harpoon actually had like a little mini stun effect, like stun the target for 0.5 seconds or something. It roots them in place, but it doesn't stun them. Oh, look, he died. Not good enough. Did my pet die? He must have taken a huge amount of damage in that last attack. He seemed like he was doing okay. I'm going to just stealth over there, because I'm probably going to aggro a creep or something. I assume that you can't... Oh. Hey, let me put this down first, and then you can start attacking me. Let's just use all our cooldowns now, because again, we don't rarely use them. Okay, Mongoose Bite's going down. Charges. Taken care of very quickly. Let's put our Lacerate on him, our bleed effect. Keep using the Mongoose Bite when we can. Flare. There he goes. There he is. Again, let's reapply the Lacerate, Mongoose Bite when we can, and then back to Flanking Strike now that it's on cooldown. Well, he's probably going to go immune and bugger off again, yeah. Can you still use the trap launcher? Actually, I think it's on default as trap launcher. Because that's what I always did when I used to play Hunter, is I used to activate trap launcher and pretty much always use it as a ranged sort of ability rather than a melee ability. But that's how it is on default now. As far as I can tell, there's no trap launcher, and all of my abilities can either be chucked miles away or on my target. So you basically just do that, or maybe press Alt and G, so it would use it. That's a little tip that you can use for quite a lot of the Blizzard games. If you want to automatically target something on your area, on your spot, without having to sort of like click and then click again with your mouse buttons, just press Alt and G, and that, or Alt and whatever hotkey you've got, and that will place it exactly where your character is standing, providing it's something that can be placed. Hello, fella. Are we going to do this? Let's put some flare down. I don't know if that's going to aggro him. No, it doesn't. Okay. I want to see... I haven't even used Freezing Trap. Let's see if Freezing Trap even works first. Immune. Of course you are. Okay. We've got our damage cooldown, so let's go for this. Lacerate. We can see that's on the target, which is really important. I'm glad they put that. I think that's a default UI thing now for Blizzard, because you can't use add-ons, as far as I understand, in the alpha. So that is standard, and that's something I've always wanted it be in the game. And there are add-ons for it, agreed, and I've tried those add-ons, and I really never had that much luck finding the add-on that I liked, that utilised it properly, so that looks good for me. And maybe you'll end up getting an add-on if it's not good enough for you, but at least Blizzard have put it in as a standard now. Mongoose bite this guy to death, I think, now, because I've got loads of charges. Mongoose bite all the way, of course he's going to go invisible. Flare doesn't do a damn thing, so I don't even know why they said flare. Like, I'm a little bit disappointed in some of these things. Like, you should be utilising these abilities more. Oh yeah, fucker died. I guess I should have utilised acceleration, but too busy trying to put a flare down that's going to do nothing, because that's what it told me to do. And there we go. Talon Claw is ours. That is the starting experience. That noise. The hawk. Eee. Yeah, he's dead, but so are you. Was it worth it? Let's return to Dalaran, shall we? Dalaran. Use our Hearthstone. Artifact power. Seradar. Teaches you how to summon this companion. Don't even know what Seradar is. We'll have a look at that in a moment. I feel like Melee Hunter is... It's okay. It's not bad. It's a playable class. It's basically Blizzard saying, Hunters, you want to play some Melee? Here's some abilities. Go ahead. It doesn't feel incredibly specialized in any way. By far and away, if you want to play Melee, Fury Warrior. I haven't played that many classes, but I have played Demon Hunter, Paladin, Fury Warrior, and now Hunter. And Fury Warrior seemed way more complex and sort of like it, you know, each hit really felt like it impacted and it procced another ability, which then procced another ability, which you had to keep an eye on to get this other ability that's going to potentially proc as long as you keep those other procs going. It felt good, Fury Warrior. It felt good. Whereas this feels like, here's your bleed. Here's your high damage ability. Here's your damage ability that can sometimes crit. Here's your damage ability that's going to spend your rage, focus, energy. Have fun. That's basically Melee Hunter from the looks of it. Nothing fantastic, just a melee class, basically. Slapped together melee class. It's me being a little bit harsh on it, but compared to Fury Warrior, I feel like that's the comparison right now. That's the bar that's been set. It might improve as the character builds up in stats, but we'll see. 10 months, Chrysalis. Getting very close to the 12 months. Am I still saying your name wrong? I can't remember. I remember we've had debates about this before. I think that's just the default I go to when I see that Chrysalis. It's just the way I go. But I think you wanted me to say it Chryserius, if I'm correct. I think that's how you wanted me to say it, but I end up saying Chrysalis by default. So, yeah, we're just going to go a little bit further just to see if there's any more to this. But generally speaking, I think with this, I'm just trying to do the quest that leads towards the, well, the artifact weapon. And then there's your starting experience. And as I do that, I go over the abilities and such. So you can have a greater understanding of that. Yep, so this is the part again where you just basically choose... oh no, actually, no. We do continue actually at this part, because what I want to do with the starting experience is cover abilities and talents, the beginning artifact quest,
Righto.
and then the class hall, and that ties your initial Legion experience of that class all together in one sort of lump sum, which hopefully doesn't go on too long, although I know I've been a bit longer than I wanted to be because I was explaining the abilities. It's going to be difficult Maybe I'll have to play the classes a little bit before actually streaming or recording the video for it, so I can actually talk to you a bit more quickly about it, because like I said, when I started this video, or this clip here that you're watching, I never actually played Melee Hunter. So I was learning it as I was going. So it's hard to kind of tell you how to play it or how to do things when I've not actually done it. I'm learning on the go. So I don't know if you prefer that sort of experience where it is literally blind. I've not played Melee Hunt. That is the first time I played it, used any of those abilities. I picked those abilities, but I've never used them in combat. But as I was going through the combat, I was learning, okay, you do this, and you probably do this one next, then you do this one. And you want to make sure that you're always using this one before you use this one, etc., etc. Would it be better if I just kind of know that beforehand? Probably yes, but if I get enough time, I might end up giving each class a little go. Or at least find a dummy, just to sort of use my abilities on a target dummy first before making the video. I might do that actually. I'll have a bit more time to hop onto each class and do that quickly beforehand. So that way I can more fluently explain and oh wow, by the way, this looks gorgeous. This area. Where are we? Are we back in Stormheim? No, this is High Mountain. It looks good. It looks really good. God, imagine if vanilla World of Warcraft looked like this. It's beautiful. It feels like a real place. Looks like a real, a lived-in area. Getting a huge Grizzly Hills vibe. I'm definitely sure World of Warcraft wants to go back to that sort of vibe. Wrath of the Lich King. The default, Chryserius. You prefer Chrysaris? Now I'm confused. I swear you wanted to be called Chryserius. Maybe I was calling you Chryserius first time, and now I started to call you Chrysaris. I don't even know anymore. I don't know if you're supposed to be seeing this flight map the way you are seeing it, but that's the way it currently looks in the alpha. I can fly, here I am, and I can't fly anywhere else. I don't know what this sandy bit is over here, if that's anything. Okay. So, I assume that doing a couple of bits over here, this is the class hall then, I assume? Because all the other places took me to the class hall pretty much straight afterwards. I've got to hear the tale of the unseen path, so we're going to get some lore. Oh wow, I'm not even tall enough for that. But the eagle's having a go! Crotch shot! Good eagle. That's disturbing, that is. I might have that as the thumbnail, I think. I think that's the thumbnail right there. We just discovered the thumbnail. Take the oath. Alright, let's do it. How do I take the oath? Have you given me an item to take or something? Oh yeah, what was Seradar? It's a little Protoss. Oh, yeah, because of the StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. But why have I got the Collector's Edition? I didn't get the Collector's Edition. Maybe that's just something you get with the Alpha. Just to make you think about getting the Collector's Edition, because you know what Blizzard are like. Does look cute, to be honest. Alright, let's take this oath. Come on. I'm under fire. What am I supposed to click on now? Tell me what to click on. You've done me down to this point where I don't know what to do other than click on things, and I can't see anything to click on. God damn it. Mercadin, that's one of mine. Nope, not seeing a clickable thing whatsoever. This is bad. This is very bad. What the hell? Do I need to log off and log on again? Oh, wait. Oh! This whole thing is something that you click on. Holy shit. I didn't think it'd be something that big. Okay, we're taking oath to the service. Hello, Matrix. Okay, we've done some lore. True Shot Lodge. These names. Look, it's Misha. That's a very cartoony looking bear, but I like it. Almost looks like a... Oh, it's fucking Rexa, that's why. It was Misha. I was just saying Misha jokingly. It actually is Misha. This sexy Rexa. Looks alright. Could look a little bit better though. I think they might need to update his model again. I think they did a while ago. It feels like he needs like maybe another update. That's me being real picky though. Oh my fucking god. Huffer! Holy shit! Huffer is on steroids. What the hell fucking happened to you? Look at him! He looks vicious. Where's the hawk? I don't see him flying above. Okay, so this is your class hall. Gives a little bit of a 5 for the feel for the area. Looks pretty good to me. Looks somewhat similar to the Horde Garrison. Oh wow, that's a guy from Cataclysm. And yes, I know it's spelt, or it's pronounced Cataclysm. No, God, that's how I say it by default now. Cataclysm. But I like to say it that stupid way so much that I've ended up calling it Cataclysm. Right, that's my artifact weapon, and obviously you can see there's 2 more spots for these ones, which currently seem to be there. Let's imbue our sexy weapon. I've also got this to use, which is going to give me some artifact power. Another huffer. The ancient power within the weapon increases all damage done by 5%. Yeah, that is placeholder. And then you need 150 artifact power, so that's 140 more to basically passively increase the damage of your mongoose bite. Here's your abilities. I'm going to basically not look at these in too much detail because it'd probably take too long. Again, that could be something for a separate video if you really request it and there's enough demand for it, but generally speaking, just pause the video when I hover over the abilities and you'll get the idea. Increases the size of your traps by 10%. That doesn't sound that great, but hey ho, there you go. We've done it. We've done it. There's the lodge. Let's go up the highway. Looks pretty comfy and huntery, so it's got a good vibe. It reminds me of like the old, well, it's very similar to like the Night Elf buildings in vanilla World of Warcraft. Obviously a bit more advanced, but I remember going inside those buildings at the start. Oh, there's a portal to Dalaran if you wanted to get there. And getting a real strong vibe of an actual environment inside of a building, which is rare. Like World of Warcraft did a good job on that. Like I don't think MMOs really did that very well beforehand, where you could actually go inside of a building and have it like feel like its own environment, other than just being like a basic box. Okay, we've got to go on the other side. Yes, this is a gnome hunter, Dr. Killzone. So that's what you guys are going to be doing as well. Is of course going gnome hunter. Why would you go any other type of hunter when you can go gnome? Apparently I needed to not go outside of the building. Oh, this guy does something. He's a placeholder. A powerful troop which can accompany followers on missions. So this is what you speak to this guy and you can use your class hall thingies. Up here at the top you can see there's some stuff up here. Hang on a second. Where are you? Are you over there? What am I doing? Cool eagle spirit. Yes. So this is where you choose your quests. That's where well, we're not there, we're actually over here, but Valshara. I'll accept that. Accept that. And just accept that. So those are like your quests once you've got to your class halls. And there you go. That's it. Class halls. You can then travel to Dalaran again, get back to where you need to be, and then fly over to those areas somehow. Bowser. I don't know about Warcraft 3 tonight. Most likely 1 versus 1's got to train to beat Grubby, ain't I? Hey, Katka. And there you go. This will lead you back on your path to where you need to go past this point. So there you go. There is the melee hunter. Maybe I'll take a look at the other classes, or rather other specs, but probably going to be more of what you would expect from beast mastery and marksmanship. Some of the abilities look a little different, so that's cool. So yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. Better than the Paladin. So far the Paladin is very disappointing. That's mostly because it just doesn't have execute, which really annoys me. Bugs the hell out of me for some reason. But yeah, Melee Hunter. It's alright. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you later.